Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss, and here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. What you'll see here is basically a rejection of prices above the 2920s, certainly above the 2925 zone, and really we haven't been able to find any acceptance above 2940. You can see price here after taking the previous month's high and close offered on the very first trading day. You saw a pop higher on Friday and then a big gap against that level. Again, big rejections above 2940s. Yesterday's tail came at the end of the trading session there or after hours and really dropped after what had been a pretty impressive rally throughout much of the day. That rally right there that fell off at the end of the day has seen another round of rejection again at prices at 29.30. And so again, this is a zone that if price cannot reestablish itself above 29.40 very quickly, and the way that we're seeing rejections at the upper end of the current sessions here, that could open up another round of weakness. And the next level down is the previous month's low, and that's going to be about the 28.44s. So again, we could be looking at quite a tumble here. Now, of course, we do have an LVN at 28.65 that could provide a bounce. The 2900 even level is also very strong and was going to be a great retest zone here for today up until we kind of sold off late in the day. So that 2900 level, again, round number, could provide a bounce, the LVN here. But if we start to break through the zone, it may be safest to wait till it flushes out below the previous month's low before trying again. So again, can we hold these levels? If so, this thing needs to really start pushing back above 29.40 in order to get this thing going much higher to close the month strong. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. Again, looking at the NQ, looks very similar to the ES, and it does not appear very bullish at the moment. In fact, it looks like it wants to go lower based off of how it rejected at the end of the day yesterday. It was trading near the highs of the day, looking very strong above the previous session's mid, and then in one fell swoop and after hours here, thing drops very sharply, pushes back below the previous or below the current day's midpoint, and that right there shifted the bias. The overnight pop into 7,800 provided again another opportunity downward. So far this market has been stifled at prices above 7,800, especially 7,850. We've taken the previous month's close offer now 2 times over the last 3 tries. The only other target here becomes that previous month's low. And so 74.25 could be the next target down. Breaking through 76.50 will open up the downside. And this gives a target that could be hit in a couple of days if this really wanted to. One big huge day down could be the result of today if this thing really wants to break through that previous month's midpoint. So again, we will see which way it plays out. For the longs to play out, we would need to break and then reject the previous month's midpoint pretty nicely. Something like this, right? That could get this thing going to the upside. So it doesn't have to go lower right now, but we are up against it given how it's played out over the last week of trading. And now we're seeing some rejection here off 7,800 yet again. We're pushing below the previous session's mid. That could easily open up a test of lows, and then it's do or die at that point. A flush opens up much more weakness. Perhaps a flush with rejection could open up the next 1 to 10 days of upside trading behavior. So very critical point right here for the NQ. All right, let's take a look at crude oil. This one showed quite a bit of strength in the previous session, a really strong low right in the $60 level, which was our 6 points of range that we were anticipating based off of our PivotBoss Advanced ADR indicator on a 10-period measurement. Now that has come to life here. We have our 61s here that are very strong, and you can see kind of the rejection here the previous couple of days. You see the midpoint coming into play now. We're right around weekly VWAP at the moment. So again, we're right in the zone here where if price can find rejection at these lows or near these lows, anywhere between 61 and 61.5, we could be looking at a nice continuation up. We have recently taken the 63.38 level. That's the May FOMC key level. We took it offered there. Now rejection yesterday. Typically you come back to that level, and based on the fact that we haven't gone a whole long way, we could even slingshot through that zone, come back for a retest and go again. So again, we're going to watch for this as a target, 63.38. As long as prices can hold 61 to 61.50 here today, that could provide a quick short-term push to that level and perhaps even into the 64.75s. So somewhere into that zone could be a 1-2 big time target to the upside over the next 1 to 5 days, but it starts with watching this zone here. Otherwise, a failure to hold 61s flushes this thing another round down. All right, let's take a look now at gold futures. Gold here, 1290, important zone, and that's been value. Was offered here before, retest also offered, minor lower low failure here, and now we have ourselves a box right at our key level. 1280 has been our key level for a long time, and we have ourselves a perfect little box. I think the 1290 level is the most important level on the board right now, because if price pushes above 1290, it breaks a pattern of lower highs that we've seen in play since basically February, and breaking through that would open up a return back to previous highs, and that could be a really good move that can happen in 1 to 5 days. Any failure to get above 1290, or maybe a rejection at it with another strong lower high here, could open up quite a bit of weakness to the downside. So 1290 is the key pivot to watch right now, trading an inside day. On the near term, if price were to drop down, the 1274s are going to be a big time level to watch intraday. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the new session of trading. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.